Isn't the fact that he is signing the letter and thinking that this can be done without being a part of the Paris Climate Accords, doesn't that make the case that let the market work? You don't need any sort of worldwide treaty to do this if you want to try to somehow control the climate, if you believe you can do that?
Well, that's part of what the Trump administration's argument has been, in fact, that the Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, who's a former ExxonMobil CEO, has said, my company was going to reach those targets anyway because it was in our interest economically through various things like conservation measures, transfers to new technology and things like that. And that's basically it. And what President Trump has said is that I'm going to negotiate a better deal that doesn't kill the economy. And so, yes, the governor is actually making the argument that you don't need compulsion to make this happen, that markets will make it happen. And so in some ways, going back into the accord is symbolic, but the symbolism is probably not what the governor intended it to be.
So we've been talking about the politics of this, but let's talk about the actual science, because Carolina Journal has been reporting on this issue, energy issues, climate change, etc., for many years now. And it was interesting because when the governor signed this letter, what you did at carolinajournal.com and others here posted at the Locker Room blog had to do with a 2008 story, I believe, written by Carolina Journal.
That's right. Yes. In the Locker Room, Mitch Kokai pulled up a story from 2008 in which our associate editor at the time, David Bass, talked to some folks who said that if North Carolina would have North Carolina's participation in any kind of global climate deal would have no impact on global temperatures. And in fact, they basically said if the U.S. economy shut down completely, that the major greenhouse gas emitters like China and India would overwhelm that contribution to carbon emissions within a matter of months. And so what we do at the state level here is ineffectual, other than the fact that implementing regulations like this that are mandates and that are not market driven increase the cost of energy, make it more difficult for consumers to get the goods and services they want in a timely manner, and and kill economic growth. And that's exactly the sort of thing you don't want to do unless you're wanting to feel virtuous about your treatment of the planet.